Welcome to OZChris versus Absolute Carnage for week 1 of September, here with reviews of Scream number 2, and Symbiote Spider-Man number 1. So starting off with Scream, written by Cullen Bunn, art by Gerardo Sandoval with Alex Arizmendi, coloring by Eric Arciniega, and cover by Sandoval and Jason Keith. So Scream has cornered Andy Benton and is telepathically ordered by Carnage to bring both herself and Andy to him as offerings. And after a brief fight, Scream is able to overcome Carnage's control over her. And after a brief history lesson of the symbiote hosts and what Carnage wants, the entire event that is Absolute Carnage, Scream and Andy decide to team up to take the fight to Carnage himself and to save others from his minions. So I give this issue a 4 out of 5. It's good. Story progressed really well. Scream's freed herself, albeit temporarily, and will take the fight to Carnage. Art and coloring, I'll give a 4 out of 5 as well. It's good. The art team did a particularly good job, especially with these three double-page spreads. Scream versus Andy, the whole explanation of symbiote hosts and Absolute Carnage, and Scream versus the Carnage minions are definitely my favorite and the best art and coloring there. And then there's also a nice little homage to Amazing Fantasy number 15. Really, really good. Definitely caught it there. And the cover, I'll give a 4 out of 5. It's a good cover, art and coloring, good as well. So on to Symbiote Spider-Man number 1, written by Peter David, art by Francesco Mobili, coloring by Java Tartaglia and Rain Burrito, and the cover by Greg Land, Jay Leinstein, and Frank Diamata. The issue itself starts off with a flashback to Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, but number 99 and 100, when the Venom symbiote escaped from the Fantastic Four, possessed a random bystander, before crashing and returning to Peter Parker's home. That random bystander is Leonard Len Elcott, who is the main focus of this issue. So present day, he's no longer a judge, he's in jail, and he's recounting everything that went wrong with his life leading up to this. So after being possessed by the symbiote, doctors are unable to diagnose his memory loss. So him and his son decide to go grab a bite to eat, and they witness a woman who is not particularly happy that she can't get a breakfast burrito 7 minutes after breakfast has officially finished. She attacks the manager, is soon arrested. Len, as a judge, is the one that decides her verdict, and he gives her no bail until her next preliminary. But after he returns home, the woman confronts him, and she's revealed to be the White Rabbit, and she accidentally causes Len's son to suffer a heart attack. She tries to help him, but it doesn't work. But driven by grief, Len tries to kill her during her trial, but he accidentally kills an innocent civilian instead, leading him to be jailed, which comes all the way back to present day. He's dying of cancer. He's visited by White Rabbit one last time, just as Carnage decides to arrive to retrieve the codex within Len. So I give this issue a 4 out of 5. It's a good self-contained one-shot. You don't need to read it to understand Absolute Carnage. So it does its duty as a tie-in one-shot. It's a optional tie-in. It's very interesting, though. The tragedy of what was a nameless bystander who was briefly possessed by the Venom symbiote. It was really, really good. Like how one random act affected the rest of his life. The art and the coloring, I'll give a 4.5 out of 5. It's definitely great, good art and coloring, especially the pages where Carnage is introduced. They're amazing. Sometimes the faces were a bit off, but overall it was great. And the cover, I'll give a 4 out of 5. Good art and coloring there. So that is all for these reviews. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.